Hey, what's up, you guys? Was gonna say welcome back to Strain Reviews with Nikki, but this is actually not a Strain review. Um, if Just gonna give a heads up. If that's why you watch this channel for Strain Reviews, I do not mind if you skip this video because I will not be doing a Strain review. But if you want to watch, I'd appreciate it a lot. So this video, as you can see by the title, is gonna be a little talk from here. Just some feelings from me about what is today? Let's see. Just realized I need to check the date. 24th. Wow, holy crap! It's been 3 weeks. Explaining what I have gone through for the past 3 weeks. Um, I know probably some of you were like, "Hey, where's no more strain reviews? Whatever." No, it's not because of that. It's because I almost died of COVID this month, and that's not me exaggerating. I'm being completely serious. So I am basically just gonna kind of explain what happened to me and just give my kind of little insight there on what that was like. Um, for those of you who have had COVID, you understand how bad it can be. Here's the thing, though. Excuse me. If you're somebody who has another illness already or a chronic condition, this is dangerous. We want to kind of believe that the only people, the million people that died of COVID were either old or already dying. No, there were plenty of people who were healthy that were died of it, and there were plenty of people who maybe were a little crappy like me who just couldn't make it, and that's almost what happened to me. So, little residual there. This is my Stolus, my new Stolus. Check it out. I got this right when I got sick, so it kept me company. It's making some weird noises there, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, so I have been very fortunate enough that these past 4 years that COVID has been going around that I did not get it. I, you know, and again, this is not a video to be um, giving opinions or arguing about stuff. Oh yeah, that's just another thing. I know people, if they're going to be dicks, they're not going to listen. But if that's why you're watching this, to argue and talk about vaccines and all that kind of shit with COVID, kindly you can kindly there's an X up here somewhere and whatnot. You can kindly click it and then you can kindly go somewhere else because you're free to your own opinion. Just I'm not making this video to argue with anybody about anything. So please kindly fuck off. um, so yeah, these past 4 years I have been very fortunate enough to have protected myself and not got it. I thought I did twice, but it turns out I didn't. I'm like Louis C.K. I think I have it, but I am boosted and vaccinated, and been very fortunate. And sorry, I'm dry mouthed here. I'm not coughing anymore; it's just residual. So July 30th. Cannot believe it's been almost a month. That's still kind of blowing my mind right now. July 30th, one of my dear friend's birthdays, and I went with her and my other bestie to the California State Fair. And I know that there is a surgence of COVID right now, but I've been doing okay, and I figured, I'm gonna go to the fair. I have not been to the fair in a long time because of my health. I used to have to use a wheelchair, and it was part, but I was able to go and walk around and have fun and ride stuff. It was great. It was wonderful. And I'm sure I, like probably thousands of people, got it there because the next day I just felt shitty, but I have fibro. I just chalked it up to that. But then the next day, which was like August 1st or something like that, when I woke up, I was so feverish and so out of it, and I felt so weird and had this tightness in my chest and this weirdness. I was like, oh, I'm fucked. This is it. I'm screwed. And but I just spent that day just thinking maybe it means a still touch or something. I'll fight it off. I'll fight it off. And the next day I woke up and I felt weird. Like it wasn't waking up and dying. It was just waking up and I felt I felt incredibly strange. So I had my bestie come over and I took a test and it was positive, and I'm like, and I cried immediately. I was like, oh no, because I knew what was going to happen. I do not get sick often, knock on wood, but when I do, it's just devastating for me. And because I knew that this wasn't some cold or a flu, I know this kills people, I was scared because I knew it was just going to break me down so bad it was going to be hard to survive it. And that's exactly what happened. Um, it hit me in such a way that I got so violently sick and was just vomiting uncontrollably from the fever and the pain from everything and stuff like that, that it put. I always try to avoid throwing up because my body is stupid, and if I throw up once, I'm just kind of like a cat. Bleh, it's over with. But if it's more than once, my body gets this weird thing where it thinks it needs to start doing that, and it'll kind of shut down where it kind of goes into like a starvation mode where it's like, no, 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 we cannot have any food. We're poisoned or something. And it makes it very difficult for me to get out of that because it's not just like I lose my appetite. If I try to just start eating normally and doing stuff, my body will reject it. So it's a kind of like a tantrum there, and it made me so sick. Just almost an entire day of being sick and whatnot. Oh, by the way, I have red hair. Sorry, I should just point that out. It's all red now. It's a little hard to see in this light, but yeah, I have aerial hair now. Um, it made me so violently sick for like a whole day that after that, I did not eat or sleep for 3 days. Not on purpose, just my body wouldn't let me have any food. I was just only able to keep drinking liquids. And every time I would try to sleep, I would wake up 30 to 40 minutes later, either because of the tension, the coughing, the nausea, something. So I could not sleep or eat at all. And on like the third day, I was so exhausted and so delirious and so emaciated. My heart was beating in such bad ways. And I was like passing out and having all these blackout issues and stuff. I remember thinking, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. This is how I die. Whenever they say like complications due to something, that's what it means. It means this couldn't survive and you're either just going to die of dehydration or malnutrition or your heart, whatever the hell it's going to be. But I was just laying in my bed. I was just like, I remember thinking, I'm going to die. This is how I'm going to die. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. And it's like somehow just like the fear or just I don't know what it was, but I really hung on and managed to start kind of having a little bit like crackers and soup and stuff like that for like a couple of days, but it was barely anything. So that was the first week, and by the end of that week the COVID had kind of stopped being in my system, but now I was just screwed, just emaciated and weak. And I figured all I'm gonna do. This is like what, like August 7th or 8th. I'm like, I'm gonna do is just, now that I'm through the crappiness to do, I'm just gonna just start trying to do what I can to eat, get stronger, and be okay. And that's not what happened at all. My body took such a blow from this that for the last 2 weeks, I've been in a routine where I sleep for a few hours and then wake up, kind of get through the tension and all that kind of stuff, and then just kind of either wander around my apartment for a little bit or watch TV or listen to music. And the whole time I'm doing that, I just felt like my legs hurt, my back hurt, everything hurt. I felt so weak. I was just standing there like shaking, but I couldn't lay down anymore because it was literally putting bruises on my body because it hurt. And just like everything felt hollow inside, like my stomach and my chest felt hollow weirdly, and my heart was beating weird. So I was just standing there, just doing that for hours until I felt like I could eat. And I would eat, and it would always be a tiny little bit. But because my system was so shitty still, whenever the food would hit me, everything would feel weird, and I would immediately start blacking out. So I'd have to go lay down for a couple more hours, and then wake up and do it again. And I've done that. I did that for almost 2 weeks. Every day, just hoping maybe this will be the day where I kind of just feel some of that residual weakness off. Maybe I can stand up straight today. Maybe this is a day I can eat a real meal, or maybe take a proper shower, or maybe leave my apartment and whatnot. And just every single day for almost 2 weeks, it was not getting any better. And I was starting to think, what the hell is going on? Like, I kept thinking it was other stuff, but I'm like, no, I have fibromyalgia. And this is what happens with COVID. It just, it depending on who you are, it lingers and it messes with you. And I mean, I was already like 120 pounds when I started dealing with this. I'm probably 110 now. I don't know how much I weigh. I don't have a fucking scale. But, just, I don't look bad. I'm not bony or anything like that. But I feel it. You know, I feel it. I was already crappy when this started, and now I'm like half of that. And this next, all of September for me is probably going to just be spent gaining a lot of weight and trying to get back into the groove thing. Because I've been almost housebound this entire thing. I maybe left my house a few times for a little bit, but I can't last. I'm weak. I'm shaking. My blood pressure's not good. And my body hurts because it's bony and weird and shitty right now. I'm quite pissed because this is next weekend is my big convention that I've been preparing for months and going on and on and on about. And now I'm going to be going into it at like 50% capacity, which is 50% of my already shitty capacity. So now I'm having to, like, you know, adjust it where I'm going on Friday and Saturday, and now I'm only going to be able to go a certain amount of time Friday and a certain amount of time Saturday, because otherwise I'm going to blitz myself. But I am doing the best I can. You know, just maybe the past couple of days, I've finally gotten to a point where I'm starting to pick myself up, be able to take walks, go out and do stuff. I'm very much looking forward to this convention. Kind of need this right now. You know, it's gonna be cool. Brand new costume. Okay, so I'm hoping. This is what I'm hoping. I hopefully, and then I'll go back on this, and I'll probably make a little post about it somewhere here. Next strain review is going to be live. I decided I'm going to do a live stream. I can't do it at the convention. I can't be smoking at the con. So, I am shooting for next Friday, August 30th. If I change it to Saturday, I will let you guys know. But I am hoping on the Friday, on the 30th, because since I will not be at the convention all day long, my plan is to do my half day at the con and then come home and live stream. But I want to have my costume on. I've never done that. I think it would be pretty cool. So, but yeah, I want to do it live. So, yeah. Timing, I have no idea. I'm thinking maybe like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. Once I have a set date, I'll put a little post. I know I've never done that before or whatever. But yes, next strain reviews will be live. Will be in costume. I've not picked the strain yet, but I am possibly gonna just go with a good one. But yeah, so it's going live. I would not have, excuse me, ending thoughts here. Would not have gotten through this experience, dealing with COVID without a lot of help from people who helped me. My parents, who were coming by and bringing me stuff. They couldn't come in the house or go near me because they're both 70 and I don't want to kill them. But just, you know, bringing me stuff and constantly being in touch with me and checking on me. My cousin David, who was not only just being very generous and sending me stuff, but I was having a lot of days where I just had no appetite whatsoever. And that wasn't good. I needed to eat. And then I managed, maybe sometimes would get an appetite for something, and if I didn't have certain stuff, he was door dashing me. And that was like, sometimes I was eating that throughout the day and surviving on it. So many thank yous to David on that one. And mostly, especially to my bestie, Poopies, who had COVID right before me. So they were able to actually come over here and physically be around me and help me and whatnot. Because other than this, I've been completely alone, and it's been a little shitty. Not insulting anybody, just sick. So yeah, just for, you know, everybody who helped me through this, anybody even just on the phone texting and stuff like that, I really appreciate it. Um, yeah, this sucked. This really sucked. This really sucked. I did not. Um, Anybody who thinks going through this is not a big deal, you either haven't gotten it or you're very lucky. But just keep in mind that pretty destructive, pretty destructive for a lot of people, especially people like me who are not totally okay. So, because yeah, for some other people, oh, it's just that I'm like, no, for me, I've been sick for almost 4 weeks straight. Yee. So that was my video here with my thoughts on almost dying of COVID. um, Definitely, I will see you guys all next week when I go live and do another strain review. Hopefully, get back in the swing of that. And I hope everybody's been doing okay. And I will see you guys next time.